69. Tourists don't know where they've been. Travelers don't know where they're going. Paul Theroux. 70. We travel, some of us forever, to seek other states, other lives, other souls, and amen. 71. For my part, I travel not to go anywhere, but to go. I travel for travel's sake. The great affair is to move. Robert Louis Stevenson. 72. We travel initially to lose ourselves, and we travel next to find ourselves. We travel to open our hearts and eyes and learn more about the world than our newspapers will accommodate. We travel to bring what little we can in our ignorance and knowledge to those parts of the globe where riches are differently dispersed. And we travel, in essence, to become young fools again, to slow time down and get taken in, and to fall in love once more. Pico Iyer. 73. Once you have traveled, the voyage never ends, but is played out over and over again in the quietest chambers. The mind can never break off from the journey. Pat Conroy. 74. To awaken quite alone in a strange town is one of the pleasantest sensations in the world. Freya Stark. 75. I never travel without my diary. One should always have something sensational to read in the train. Oscar Wilde. 76. We must go beyond textbooks, go out into the bypaths and untrodden depths of the wilderness, and travel and explore and tell the world the glories of our journey. John Hope Franklin. 77. To my mind, the greatest reward and luxury of travel is to be able to experience everyday things as if for the first time, to be in a position in which almost nothing is so familiar it is taken for granted. Bill Bryson. 78. Always there has been an adventure just around the corner, and the world is still full of corners. Roy Chapman Andrews. 79. We shall not cease from exploration, and the end of all our exploring will be to arrive where we started and know the place for the first time. J.S. Eliot. 80. Life cannot be understood flat on a page. It has to be lived. A person has to get out of his head, has to fall in love, has to memorize poems, has to jump off bridges into rivers, has to stand in an empty desert and whisper sonnets under his breath. 81. We get one story, you and I, and one story alone. It would be a crime not to venture out, wouldn't it? Donald Miller. 82. Never did the world make a queen of a girl who hides in houses and dreams without traveling. Roman Paine. 83. You don't choose the day you enter the world, and you don't choose the day you leave. It's what you do in between that makes all the difference. Anita Septimus. 84. If you don't know where you're going, any road will get you there. Lewis Carroll. 85. Traveling is a brutality. It forces you to trust strangers and lose sight of all that familiar comfort of home and friends. You are constantly off balance. Nothing is yours except the essential things: air, sleep, dreams, the sea, the sky, all things tending towards the eternal or what we imagine of it. Cesare Pavese. 86. Life should not be a journey to the grave with the intention of arriving safely in a pretty and well-preserved body, but rather to skid in broadside in a cloud of smoke, thoroughly used up, totally worn out, and loudly proclaiming wow. What a ride! Hunter S. Thompson. 87. The purpose of life is to live it, to taste experience to the utmost, to reach out eagerly, and without fear for newer and richer experience. Eleanor Roosevelt. 88. If we were meant to stay in one place, we'd have roots instead of feet. Rachel Wolchin. 89. Now more than ever do I realize that I will never be content with a sedentary life, that I will always be haunted by thoughts of a sun drenched elsewhere. Isabel Aguihart. 90. To travel is to discover that everyone is wrong about other countries. Aldous Huxley. 91. I wanted to live deep and suck out all the marrow of life. To put to rout all that was not life, and not when I came to die, discover that I had not lived. Henry David Thoreau. 92. Some people live more in 20 years than others do in 40. It's not the time, it's the person. Doctor Who. 93. The road is there. It will always be there. You just have to decide when to take it. Chris Humphrey. 94. Like all great travelers, I have seen more than I remember, and remember more than I have seen. Benjamin Disraeli. 95. Our happiest moments as tourists always seem to come when we stumble upon one thing while in pursuit of something else. Lawrence Block. 96. People who don't travel cannot have a global view. All they see is what's in front of them. Those people cannot accept new things because all they know is where they live. Martin Yan. 97. Live with no excuses. Travel with no regrets. 98. People don't take trips. Trips take people. 99. Those who follow the crowd usually get lost in it. 100. You must be the change you wish to see in the world. Gandhi. 101. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. 102. You only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. Mae West.